As we gather today to witness the expansion of a long-going partnership between SPBD and Fiji Development Bank, as you've said, brother and sister, I don't know who's the brother, who's the sister, but the partnership is welcome. Thank you very much. Evidently, the partnership has worked very well over the years, and as a result, we are here to witness FDB provide a further loan of $1.5 million to SPBD Fiji, and that is to extend its network of assistance to more micro-entrepreneurs, especially women. And I cannot emphasize enough that when we invest in our women, we are investing, and it's called smart economics. I'm sure you've heard of that. When we invest in women, it's smart economics. And I'm proud that we are doing this for our women, especially in a time when we are recovering, in the phase of economic recovery. And I know COVID has not been easy, especially on women, because you know women are, when it comes to disasters, when it comes to looking after families, and most of our women are in unpaid jobs. And at this point in time, let me acknowledge all the women for the work that they do for your families, which you are not paid for. And we are just taken for granted. And this initiative is basically targeting you so that you're able to become economically empowered. With issues that we have in the country, especially with domestic violence soaring and touching the sky, I think in the Pacific we are the highest. When you look at globally, we are not far from being the worst country. So I believe that when we financially assist you to empower you, that will enable you to also break the cycle of domestic violence and poverty and everything when it comes to disasters. Women are at the forefront of disasters. I mean, we just launched one disaster resilience program a couple of weeks ago. And there was an interesting video that you saw. And everything was done by the women. Looking for food, firewood, looking after children. Of course, men had to, fasten the homes and stuff. But we are, or you are, at the front of these things. And we want you to know that your efforts are seen, your voices are heard, and you are appreciated for the work that you do. It doesn't matter whether we celebrate International Women's Day or not, but every day, the efforts of every woman should be appreciated by the nation and by the family. Fiji's population, we are about 50% of women. Actually, global population has 50% women, close to 50%, 49, 51, that's okay. So we really appreciate your efforts and the efforts of the two entities that we have here today in trying to empower you economically. And it's always pleasing to see that corporate entities have placed key focus on empowering our women as entrepreneurs in support of government's commitment to strengthening the economic participation of all Fijian, in particular for women, as one of its priorities. Right? It has been my pleasure to be part of various events that SPBD had organized in the past years. And so, like I said, thank you SPBD for putting women at the center of your organization. In Fiji, I have also had the pleasure of meeting some of these women who have benefited from these programs. And indeed, they amaze me. It's like a whole game changer. It changes your whole life. You feel important. You're just not a member of your family. You are special. Because I think in the Pacific, we value women whether they earn, and that's a reality. If you earn, you are given that status. If you don't earn, you are just like any other woman. So with this assistance, we are going to give you a voice that will tell the nation that you are special. You have the courage, you are bold. Businesses is not easy. Operating a business, I'm not a businesswoman, but I did have some experience there. It's not easy, right? And South mentioned financial literacy. I'll give you one example of when I started with women in 2014. I was very keen on uplifting the lives of the beggars on the streets, especially the women. So I would basically wake up at 5 o'clock, go pick up the women, all these women who were on the street, and go with them to the market and buy vegetables for them, and then set up their stores. See, we have to go down to that level. So if we work out the cost, and I used to tell them, you have to save from the daily sales. You can't say weekly I'll take out $25 for the next purchase. And it's a hand-holding job. Training, financial literacy, otherwise You sell, you eat, and finish. Some of them didn't have bus fares to come to the market for. So we had to do all this. But unfortunately, the willpower shown by those women that we chose for this market vendors project, they left halfway. But so I know the women that are part of your program are strong women, and you will make good use of the finances that will be made available to you, and you will progress in future. So I don't want to say about what happened 10 years ago, but I'm sure Lorraine will talk about that. So let me see what I want to say. I want to say thank you, SPBD. I want to thank you, FDB, for the great work. And I'm thrilled to learn that more than 6,500 women loan clients are being currently saved in Bitilevu, Vanolevu, Obulau, Taviani. Well done. And I'm sure the numbers will skyrocket in the future with this assistance in the form of a loan from FDB. It is also very pleasing that FDB recognized the amazing work done by SPBD that they have been doing, and join hands with them in promoting more women in micro businesses. The Fijian government is very proud of this collaboration, and I congratulate on your achievements. As the Development Bank of Fiji, FDB continues to develop the grassroots, which is very important. Grassroots people through different avenues such as this partnership and other financial solutions. In a year, FDB has launched 4 new products, including farming for retirement, I hope we'll qualify one day, revolving credit facility, agricultural value chain financing, lending platform, and SME sustainability package. Well, that's a milestone achievement. Well done, FDB. Additionally, a number of existing products were also tweaked to adhere to the current demanding economic conditions. This showcases the bank's commitment to its mandate. And what is the mandate of the bank? To facilitate and stimulate promotion and development of natural resources, transportation, and other industries and enterprises in Fiji. And in the discharge of these functions, the economic development of the rural and agricultural sectors of the economy in Fiji is exactly where we are headed for. And that's exactly what the country needs to recover. At this juncture, I wish to emphasize the need for initiatives that can economically empower women in the care economy. Now, what is this care economy we are talking about? Unpaid work, unpaid care work around the world. And gender imbalances in the distribution of care work constitutes a root cause of women sort of being behind. So we need to, like I said, economic empowerment of women is very important because it very well matches with the social disempowered. Currently, we can say certain percentage of women are socially disempowered. And that is a reason for the problems we have in the country. What should I say? I already talked about it, domestic violence and stuff. So these are some initiatives that is going to help our women. In fact, researchers show that women spend 4 times more of their time in Asia and the Pacific in unpaid care work than men. And the pandemic has impacted this even more. The unpaid care work is the main barrier preventing women from getting into or remaining and progressing in the labor force. Somehow we have taken this as something that's okay. Women have to look after families. Women have to, of course there are some very good men around that sort of assist women. But women and men, the roles differ. And we sort of have promoted those roles over the years. Now is the time for women to break free. Of course you have to balance your work. Even though you're a successful woman, you will still have to do your work. Of course you won't be paid for that. That's unpaid care economy. Okay? So in the absence of a chance of entering the labor force, initiatives like this allow these women to engage in income generating activities from their homes while also carrying out their domestic duties. And apart from this, women play important roles in the rural economy. They work as farmers and laborers, cheap laborers. However, because of gender-based discrimination and social norms, most of these women's work remains unseen, unrecognized, undervalued. And as a growing economy, we cannot afford this. And that's why these initiatives are appreciated. In fact, we need more women's equal economic participation now more than ever because we have to bounce back as an economy. We cannot move forward leaving half the population that is made up of women, half of the human resources behind. Women make up human resources, but somehow we tend to forget about that. So SPBD and FDB, the work that you are jointly expanding today, will see great results, positive results. And to conclude, I wish to thank both the organizations here for your continued undertaking to economically empower our women. I must especially congratulate the leaders and the teams behind such innovative and empowering initiatives. With these words, I wish you well, and I hope we take this initiative to another level, and we continue to work together in empowering our women. And I wish you well, good health, and success. Always. Thank you.